Hey guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. Chicago mayor signs executive order to stop federal agents from using certain city-owned spaces. In other words, they are protecting illegals. It says here Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson on Monday signed an executive order aimed at limiting where federal agents can gather in the city, prohibiting them from using certain city-owned spaces for immigration enforcement activities. The executive order, which is set to take effect immediately, will prohibit federal immigration authorities from using city-owned or controlled parking lots and garages as staging areas, processing locations, or operations bases for civil immigration enforcement activities, it states. So the governor is basically, give me a second here, I'm sorry, it's the Chicago mayor, have signed a very important executive order to protect illegals and to keep them in Chicago. That's basically what it is. So he's stopping this operation, again, the deportation operation. He's basically telling the Trump administration, your ICE operation in my city ain't gonna happen. You go somewhere else with that, but this is my city, I run this area, and these people will be protected. I never seen anything like this. I never seen American citizens, again, mayor or governor, protecting illegals. And here's the thing, guys. The reason why they're protecting them is because that's their vote. That's the way I see it. That's their votes. A lot of these people, they vote November. And a lot of these people, they don't need IDs to vote. All right, so yeah, we're going to see what's going on here, guys. This is a urgent breaking news. This executive order will take effect immediately. That goes to tell you they're not wasting time. All right, so we're gonna see what's going on here. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you guys want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Another way to support the channel is through Patreon. $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream. We go live once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about in this platform. All right, so it says here, in recent weeks, federal agents used several city-owned properties, including parking lots near Harrison and Kenzie, and a vacant lot at 46 and Damon as staging sites for immigration enforcement, the mayor's office said in a release about the order. Now, such use of city property undermines community trust and runs counter to Chicago's welcoming city ordinance, which ensures that all residents, regardless of immigration status, can live, work, and seek services without fear. Wow. So he won't go after the gangs. He won't go after illegals taking all these abandoned properties, but he will go after his own, again, ICE agents, DHS, Department of Homeland Security, law enforcement. These are Americans' hero doing their jobs by sending back criminals to their country. And that's what it is, guys. People that, look, I'm not trying to start anything here, but people that come into our country illegally are considered criminal. You broke the law by coming in illegally, all right? If you want to come to the country legally, you have to go through the port of entry, all right? That's the way it's supposed to be. But again, millions have poured into this land illegally. And we have a law that we go by. Again, no one is above the law. No one. including the president. This is for all people. No one is above the law. I agree with Nancy Pelosi. I agree with Chuck Schumer, Adam Schiff, and all these people that say no one is above the law. I agree, including those that come here illegally. They are not above the law. But according to the left, they are. They are. They get a free pass. And the reason why, guys, is because votes. It's common sense here. So we have a rogue, reckless group of heavily armed, masked individual. Wow. So the mayor is calling ICE agents and law enforcement. We have these reckless group. He calling them reckless group of heavily armed, masked individual roaming throughout our city that are not accountable to the people of Chicago. So he calling them reckless. Wow. Yeah, reckless. These are Americans, law enforcement, dude. I guess you failed to realize that. These are ICE agents, Department of Homeland Security. These are the people that try to keep our country safe. All right. And the reason why, again, we don't want to see another September 11. These people just absolutely don't see what's really going on here. So once again, the mayor of Chicago just called ICE agents and law enforcement reckless group of heavily armed, masked individuals roaming throughout our city that are not accountable to the people of Chicago. Their actions put all Chicago citizens at risk, the mayor said. What do you mean put them at risk? Dude, what are you talking about? What is wrong with these mayors and governors from blue states? What is wrong with them? Here's the thing, guys. They're turning this into a political stuff. All right. So you have the president is doing his job by securing and sending people back home, the illegals. Meanwhile, the left, they're getting their feeling hurt because they want to keep them in their states. He described the order as creating ICE-free zones. Our school parking lots are not for ICE. Meanwhile, you have a whole bunch of gangs and drug dealers selling drugs not too far from schools. Yeah, wow. These people are just hypocrites. Absolutely hypocrites. So our school parking lots are not for ICE to load their weapons. Wow. He's attacking ICE. He's no different than these Antifa protesters, rioters. He's no different. So this type of message, listen up, this type of message that he's putting out there is the reason why you have people like this sniper that caused the situation out there in Dallas. These people need to be held accountable for saying these type of stuff. You don't talk to law enforcement, ICE agents, or Department of Homeland Security. You don't talk to them like that. There's people listening. There's people listening, and look, I don't care if these people are mayor, governors. Again, you have to control the things that you say, all right? Because there's people out there that is listening to the speech or the statement that you're putting out there, and you're feeding these people hate. This is the reason why we're seeing all these active shooters going on all over the country. Our school parking lots, this is coming out from the mayor of Chicago. Listen, our school parking lots are not for ICE to load their weapons. They are for Chicago citizens who drop their kids off to learn. Yeah, well, again, Chicago school, all that. There's a whole bunch of gangs. There's a whole bunch of criminals. And there's shooting going on. And you don't do absolutely nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. There's been a massive shooting going on over the weekend. 4 people have died, multiple injured. Now 1 person arrested, all right? You got people just walking down the streets, minding their own business. Here come a car in a black SUV to put the windows down and start shooting. Where is the mayor? Where is the mayor? Again, these people are just shooting whatever, and now 1 has been arrested over the weekend. October, I think it was, it started October 3rd on a Friday, all the way towards Sunday. So our libraries are not for ICE to prepare for a raid. They're for Chicago citizens to read and relax. Read and relax. Those people live in fear out there, man. Those people live in fear, all right? There's people out there that own businesses that are urging President Trump to send the National Guards. Our parks are not for ICE to set up checkpoints. I don't even think people go out to the park in Chicago. That's how violent it is. Dude, this Chicago mayor is absolutely lost his mind. Ain't nobody go out there in Chicago Park unless they gang members or drug dealers or illegals, criminals. You're acting like Chicago is this nice, beautiful area and that ICE came and destroyed it. Chicago has been destroyed for decades. That's the reason why the US president want to send the National Guard. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave the rest of the article link in the description box. These liberals, I don't know what word, I don't know how they live like that. They lie. And again, what do you expect? Politicians lie, cheat, steal. They've been programmed to do that type of stuff. But yeah, I believe ICE agents, I believe law enforcement are doing their job. I don't see no criminal activity going on here. They're going after illegals and they're going after gangs, all right? So there's nothing wrong with that. We want to keep our community safe. But according to the mayor, the true gangs, it's not the Bloods, Crips, it's not the Tren de Aragua, it's not the cartel. The real gangs, according to these liberals, mayor and governor, the real gangs are ICE, DHS, and law enforcement because they wear masks. Wow. And go figure why this country's so divided. Unbelievable. Shame on them. Shame on those mayor governors from Chicago, Illinois, Portland, California. Shame on you guys. You guys are just really making the situation a lot worse. You're twisting people's mind, playing mind games here. You can't play politics with people's lives. Shame on you. Anyway, guys, share the video. Pray for this country. This is just getting out of hand now. Again, I believe that, it's very important to clean up the streets. I do believe so. Chicago's out of control. There's been shooting there. I think it's worse than Iraq, to be honest. Chicago's just out of control. It's been out of control for decades. And those liberals, mayor, governor, they don't know absolutely what they're doing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time later. Peace.